The evil Lord Vortek is planning to take over all the LEGO dimensions. To defeat him, you'll need might.
Oh dear.
I'm Batman. Extra might.
Okay, I'm here.
Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about the 10th anniversary of LEGO Dimensions. So what is LEGO Dimensions? LEGO Dimensions is a LEGO themed action adventure platform crossover video game developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360 and Wii U. It follows the Toys to Life format in that players have LEGO figures and a toy pad that can be played within the game itself, where it features characters and environments from over 30 different franchises. The starter pack containing the game, the USB toy pad and 3 minifigures was released in September 2015, while additional levels, packs and characters were released over the following 2 years. So, LEGO Dimensions features the same styles of gameplay as the previous LEGO video games obviously also had, developed by Traveller's Tales, so TT Games, in which up to 2 players control LEGO minifigures based on various represented franchises. Players progress through linear levels using their characters' abilities to solve puzzles, defeat enemies and collect collectibles such as minikits, characters and Purell, gold bricks, red bricks, and attempt to reach the level's end. Collecting in-game currency known as studs will fill up a stud meter called the Rule Breaker Stud Meter, and completely filling this meter will unlock a gold brick. Characters are entered into the game by placing their respectful minifigures onto a USB toy pad, with each character possessing unique abilities that can be used to solve puzzles or reach hidden areas. Using a character from a certain franchise will also unlock that franchise's adventure world level, or I guess an open world area for players to explore and complete in-game objectives. Some sections of the game require players to move their characters different spots on the toy pad. So the starter pack includes the toy pad and the game's 14-level main story campaign, which revolves around Batman, Gandalf and White Styles in their adventures through the different dimensions of LEGO, while additional levels are made available by purchasing level packs and story packs. In addition to the minifigures, players can also build models of vehicles such as the Batmobile and also other vehicles, very famous ones, obviously from the TARDIS, the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and put them in the game for characters to drive. Completing objectives in the level and adventure worlds will reward players with gold bricks, which can be used to upgrade vehicles and give them new abilities. Each adventure world also contains a red brick for players to retrieve. These will unlock special bonuses such as a multiplier stud count, or I guess a stud magnet, or some of those are pretty dumb, like obviously dinosaur heads from the Jurassic World, but there we go. Obviously, such as visual modifiers for characters or extra assistance at finding collectible items, like obviously the minikit finder and obviously the red brick finder and the gold brick finder, whatever. Unlike series such as Skylanders, Disney Infinity and Amiibo, the minifigures, vehicles and the USB toy pad are all made from real LEGO pieces and can be freely built and customized. Obviously, the franchises in this game, because LEGO Dimensions had such a rich, obviously, worlds full of different IPs and different, obviously, franchises. And year one, obviously, from 2015, it contained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different open, I guess, franchise worlds. So, we have DC Comics, The Lord of the Rings, The Lego Movie, The Wizard of Oz, The Simpsons, Lego Ninjago, Doctor Who, Back to the Future, Portal, Ghostbusters, Midway Games or Midway Arcade, Scooby-Doo, Jurassic Park, and Lego Legends of Chima, which I also absolutely love. So there we go. Year 2, we had different worlds, like obviously Ghostbusters from 2016, from that crappy movie, but whatever. Adventure Time, which was a really fun level and a really nice little open world to explore. Mission Impossible, obviously based on the first 4 films. We had Harry Potter, the A-Team, Fantastic Beasts, Sonic the Hedgehog, Gremlins, E.T., the Lego Movie, the Lego Batman movie, my bad, Knight Riders, The Goonies, Lego City, Teen Titans Go, The Powerpuff Girls, and Beetlejuice. The game also features characters and setting cameos from other franchises, including HAL 9000 from the Space Odyssey series, Star Labs from the CW's Flash, Bedrock from the Flintstones, the Family Room of the Jetsons, and the DNA Ship from Red Dwarf, which I also think is one of the best comedy shows ever made. Obviously, Red Dwarf, big fan of that show, so there we go. Unlike other Toys to Life series, such as Skylanders and Disney Infinity, LEGO Dimensions allows all figures to be compatible with the existing title rather than releasing a sequel. Alright, let's move on to the plot. Arriving on Foundation Prime, a shape-shifting planet located in the center of the universe, or the LEGO universe, or multiverse. Lord Vortek, obviously voiced by Gary Oldman, yes, the GOAT himself, a being who has the power to shapeshift and travel through dimensions, and his robot minion Expo, obviously voiced by Joel McHale, seek the 12 foundation elements, the cornerstones of time and space itself, in a bid to merge all the dimensions into one under Vortek's control. These elements, such as obviously the ruby slivers from The Wizard of Oz, the One Ring to rule them all from The Lord of the Rings, the flux capacitor from Back to the Future, the Palantir, I think from Lord of the Rings too. Yes, wait a second. That's weird because there are multiple different, obviously elements from one same universe. So obviously the ring to rule them all makes sense, but the Palantir is one of several indestructible crystal balls from the J.R.R. Tolkien's epic fantasy novel The Lord of the Rings. So that's interesting. Obviously we also have some kryptonite, a PKE meter from the Ghostbusters. I mean, these elements are kind of random, but whatever. So there we go. Alright, let's see here. Obviously they're scattered all across the dimensions, obviously a long time ago, but gathered together at Foundation Prime's palace can unlock the foundation of all plots, or from all dimensions, an artifact that grants the user the power to control all of the dimensions. When Expo voices his doubts about Vortek's plot, Vortek decides that he no longer needs him and banishes him to the dimension void Vorton, ignoring Expo's warning of the risk in harnessing the elements. Unfortunately for Vortek, his own body cannot handle too many more dimensional jumps, forcing him to open vortexes to the different dimensions and recruit their villains to help him escape and search for the elements while imprisoning the heroes pulled through them. These actions damage the boundaries between the dimensions, causing them to merge and characters to be displaced. Obviously, many of these characters are voiced by their original actors or voice actors, which is really nice. Obviously, we have Robin voiced by Scott Menville, obviously, or Melville, I think, most notably known for his role in Titans or Teen Titans, right? We have Frodo Baggins, obviously voiced by Elijah Wood. We have Metalbeard, voiced by Nick Offerman. Batman, voiced by Troy Baker. Obviously Wildstar, voiced by Elizabeth Banks. We have Dr. Emmett Brown, voiced by Christopher Lloyd. We have obviously Emmett and also Owen Grady, voiced by Chris Pratt, which is really interesting. We also have Lord Business, voiced by Nolan North, which is kind of interesting. We also have Two-Face, voiced by I think Tom Baker too, or Troy Baker too. So there we go. We also have obviously General Zod, voiced by Nolan North, which is kind of interesting too. Brainiac is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, which is kind of cool, right? But we have plenty of other ones, like Wheatley from obviously Portal 2 is voiced by his voice actor, obviously Stephen Merchant, which is, he has this great accent. So there we go.
Someone phoned me and said, like, would you be interested in doing this voice for Portal 2? And I thought, oh, that's interesting, because I've done voiceover for animation. I really enjoy that. It's like a fun, interesting thing to do. You only get to use your voice, so that's quite exciting. And so I said, yeah, why not?
All right, so let's see here. Who eventually realizes that Expo is helping them. Obviously, Lord Vortek knows that Expo is helping the heroes from these dimensions. The heroes travel to the Foundation Prime to find their friends and fight Vortek, but it turns out to be a diversion, allowing his lackeys to infiltrate Vorton and retrieve the trio's foundation elements. Obviously, big oopsie. Obviously, Vortek merges Robin, Frodo, and Metalbeard and piece of himself into a giant mutated, monster called the Tri. Obviously voiced by Offerman, Menville, and Wood, and sends it to wreak havoc on the trio's home dimensions. Fearing that another failure could lead to a transformation into a similar mutant, Vortek's lackeys bail out on him, obviously. So using special devices, obviously from GLaDOS and Expo designed, the heroes are able to seal Vortek into an endless rift prison for all eternity, saving the multiverse. In a post-credit scene, an unknown figure finds a piece of Vortek's body, the same one that has obviously had miraculously survived the Tri's vanquishment, and remains of Foundation Prime's palace. He picks it up and becomes corrupted, yelling it in pain and transfigures him. Obviously, Vortek's laughter is then heard, suggesting that the figure has become another version of Vortek itself. Obviously, there are additional levels from obviously Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, an episode of The Simpsons, obviously Portal 2. We had Sonic, The Goonies, Adventure Time, Doctor Who, which all had these other, levels to them, which obviously were really nice to see. So there we go. Obviously, in the UK and Ireland, LEGO Dimensions landed at number 2 on the sales charts in its first week. Sales had surpassed in comparison to its first week sales for obviously Twist of 15 Toys to Life game competitors Skylanders Superchargers and Disney Infinity 3.0 or 3.0, right? So let's see here. It was nominated for the Game Awards 2015 for Best Family Game, obviously nominated. 19th Annual DICE Awards for Family Game of the Year, also nominated, and won obviously the prize of obviously British Academy Children's Awards, best category for games, right? So there we go. So why is LEGO Dimensions so bloody epic, right? I'm going to tell you all about it, but obviously if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, because obviously LEGO Dimensions is just so damn cool, and obviously it's the 10th anniversary of LEGO Dimensions this year, which is so incredibly great. Obviously LEGO Dimensions had a huge scope, unwavering in its attention to detail, and the perfect blend of virtual and physical fun. LEGO Dimensions is the best Toys to Life has to offer. The starter pack is more expensive than the Skylanders one or the Disney Infinity one, but obviously it can be hard to work out which extra characters obviously to buy. Obviously LEGO Dimensions was quite expensive. Yes, there were multiple packs, but obviously I think LEGO Dimensions had this better, I would say, storyline. Obviously all these different characters were so much fun to play with, because every single one of them is so different and unique, right? Nothing or no characters is the same, right? The thing was also, we were meant to have a year 3, which obviously would have been so incredibly cool, right? I think many of the leaked characters or many of the speculated characters were like King Kong, Godzilla, Minecraft, Angry Birds, SpongeBob, I think Avatar The Last Airbender probably too. I think Frankenstein or the Frankenstein's monster and Dracula, which kind of was interesting to see, right? But there were so many different things, obviously, and I think James Bond was also in there somewhere, but obviously that got cancelled, and I was quite sad to hear, obviously. But LEGO Dimensions will always be in my heart, because I love the video game so much, and I think it's one of the best video games ever made. So there we go. These were just my thoughts and reactions, obviously, to the 10th year anniversary of LEGO Dimensions. Obviously, little background information for you guys to enjoy, and it's important for me to talk about this game because it shaped me to the person I am today. Because I've played it so much, and it took me a long time to get all the packs, but I eventually did it, and I couldn't have thought that I was going to get Sonic, Beetlejuice, Raven, Beast Boy, and obviously Portal 2 in these years that obviously the game got discontinued. And yes, these packs go for a lot, but if you find them cheap, buy them immediately, because you'll never regret it. Even if you haven't played the game, it's still fun to collect these minifigures. And especially when you play these games, when you play this game with all these characters, it's kind of like so much fun to see, because all the different characters also have some interactions between them. Like Sonic has one with the 12th Doctor, or one of the Doctors from Doctor Who. Obviously, I think Emmett and Owen Grady, because they're voiced by the same voice actor and actor, right, Chris Pratt, they have interactions between one of them. I think Gandalf and the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz also have some interactions between them. If you play with Starfire, Robin, Cyborg, and Beast Boy, and Raven, you have interactions between them too, which is really nice. And it's really nice. I think Beetlejuice and Batman also have interactions between them, because obviously Michael Keaton voiced or played, I guess, Batman and Beetlejuice. So I guess there you go. That's really fun to hear, right? So right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, LEGO Dimensions will go down in history for being one of the best LEGO games ever made. Obviously, I think my love for science fiction was, came out of LEGO Dimensions too. I guess partly, right, because I loved the science fiction and the portal hopping and the franchises so much that I eventually just, watched tons of films, and yeah, I got interested into it, and that was really fun because I was discovering new, I guess, franchises, new series, new films, and it was really nice. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye, everyone.